What's up? Welcome to the video. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell wherever you are in the world. It's been a while. Today we are working with the Select Subject tool, and we're going to do that both in Photoshop and Affinity Photo. Now, it's been live in Photoshop for a long time. In Affinity Photo, it's not live yet. They're still beta testing. So what we're going to do is load up some photos in both programs and see how they do. Let's start in Photoshop. So when you load up a photo up in Photoshop, the first thing it does, it asks if you want to select a subject or remove the background. We're selecting subject, and it's doing it very quickly, as you can see. And now I'm hitting mask to remove the background. So I'll zoom in a little bit here so you can see this. This is a plane with propellers flying through the sky. This did a really good job. There's some color bleed through a little bit, but other than that, I was very fast, very quick, and the selection looks quite good. So let's change programs. Okay, so we are in the Affinity Photo 2 beta. Let's see how it does with this plane. I've got the image selected in my layers panel. Let's go up to select and hit select subject. It's thinking about it. And there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to mask this just like I did in the Photoshop version. So it's similar. Masking is at the bottom of your layers panel right here. Click on mask layer. I'm going to deselect, then zoom in. And you can see it did a pretty good job. Maybe a less bleed through of color, but it looks like the propellers didn't transfer as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both versions up, the Photoshop version and the Affinity version with different backgrounds, just so you can see what it looks like. Let's do that now. Okay, so we are back in Photoshop, and let's try removing this girl from this background. Again, we're going to click on Select Subject. It's done its selection here. We're going to mask that out. And let's take a look at how this does. We'll take a closer look here. And it did a great job. The space between her arm is gone. Her hair is pretty good as well. So that was a fast and really efficient selection. Let's hop over again to the other program and check it out. Okay, so let's try this model in Affinity. I've got the layer selected. Let's go up to select and select subject. And let's see what it comes up with here. Okay, let's hit our masking button down at the bottom of the layers panel right here to remove the background and deselect. Okay, so it looks like it did a pretty good job. You can see in between the arm here, it didn't grab that. Hair looks decent. It's pretty good here. So again, let's put this on a Photoshop, the Photoshop version on a different background or two, and the same with the Affinity version. Okay, back in Photoshop, let's do one more final example. This raccoon, this trash panda here. Let's select subject and see how Photoshop handles that, and we'll mask it out. And this is our result. So what we'll do is we'll flip over here, we'll try it, and then we'll compare them again. Okay, and finally, let's do the raccoon, the trash panda in Affinity. Let's go up to select subject, and let's see how it does here. All right, let's hit the masking button at the bottom of the layers panel. Let's deselect. And this is what our friendly raccoon looks like. Again, let's throw them up on a background between Photoshop and Affinity and see what we get. Okay, let me know what you think down below. Hey, did you say you were looking for some great brushes for Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer? Well, look no further. Check out my site, buydesignmethod.com. I got all kinds of brushes for both Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer to make your designs look like you're fancy. I don't know. Do what all those YouTubers say. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.